I saw something that I should not have seen. I saw something that nobody should have seen. Ah, it's so bad. It just gets worse, folks. It's gotten to a point that I never in a million years could have guessed. You could have gotten the most advanced AI in the world. You could have gotten I am from I have no mouth and I must scream. He would not have been able to predict what we've seen. And I have seen. So what am I talking about? I'm unfortunately talking about Jojo Siwa. I talked about Jojo Siwa like not even a week or two ago. And I was hoping that I wouldn't have to talk about her again. I was hoping that she would just, pull herself up by her bootstraps and just, I was hoping that she'd find her stride and become nice and calm, and that didn't happen. In fact, quite the opposite happened. And it comes from two clips that I've seen. One that it's not so bad, the other one, pretty bad. And I'm of course talking about the Jojo Siwa concert, whatever you want to call it. It was so bad to watch. So basically, Jojo Siwa put on this big performance. And what happened during this big performance? Why am I talking about Jojo Siwa? What did she do? Did she sing a bad song? Did she say a bad word? Did she touch herself? Yes. Yes, she did. All three of those things. Everything. But I suppose I should just kind of ease you into it. Lack of better words. So there's one clip that recently went around where there was a mom with her child in the middle of the Jojo Siwa crowd. And Jojo Siwa, being the very, mature and observant person, pointed out, "Hey, are you 6 years old? Are you a child at my concert? What the f-" And basically just started swearing in front of this child. Now here's the thing, there's no problem with swearing during concerts. It's a concert. Things get kind of crazy. But the thing is that maybe unknown to Jojo Siwa is that maybe she doesn't know that some people in the crowd still kind of see her as a child. Still see her with that kind of cookie cutter, very girly persona. Would that be a mistake on the parents? Sure. But at the same time, you kind of got to be aware of your audience. And what you don't do, you don't start swearing at a child in the middle of a crowd. It's just a bad look. And a lot of people pointed out that was probably not a cool thing to do. Yeah, you probably shouldn't have done that. You probably should have, calmed down a little bit. Something that, a word that has not come to Jojo Siwa's mind in a great many months, as I'm sure most people are aware by now. But that's not even the worst thing. No. The worst thing is something that has only recently, and unfortunately, been brought to my attention and to my traumatized eyes, is that Jojo Siwa, in the middle of performing during one of her concerts, decided to do something a little bit, controversial and a little bit edgy. Oh god, I should not words. And what she decided to do in the middle of her performance to once again prove that she is a very, very mature adult, a very upstanding member of society. She's not a kid anymore. And how does she prove it? She takes her hand, puts it like this, and then opens the pants and goes right down. And I'm not going to show the clip because it was very, very hard to watch. But it was bad. It was so bad because it was on stage in front of people. And I guarantee you, if there was one 6-year-old that she managed to spot out with, her ever observant eyes, I'm sure that there were many more. And despite that, she decided to touch herself on stage. And it's so bad. You can, if you want, I wouldn't recommend it, but if you want, Go watch the video. Use your own discretion. This is kind of like a 2 girls 1 cup situation where you got to use your own discretion, but you have been severely warned. You will not like what you see. And sometimes ignorance is bliss. But it's just so baffling. I thought that after everything that she did, all the controversial moves that she did, like getting drunk at Disneyland, her obnoxious behavior, things of that nature, I thought there was no way that she'd be able to make herself look worse. And I think I said so, or something along the lines in the last video I did. And yet here we are, 2 weeks later, and she somehow managed to dig down into bedrock, and we are now floating in the void. It's baffling. Huh. Woo. I love Karma. I love the song. What the? Oh my god, she's putting her hand down her pants. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around how she thought this would be a good idea. And I understand the kind of route that she's, I guess, That's a lie, I don't understand. But the route that I'm pretty sure she was trying to go down was the Miley Cyrus route, because she did things kind of that nature. You know, she humped many things on stage back in her kind of, you know, her own personal kind of thing. You know, when she was naked on the wrecking ball and she was throwing it back, if you even want to call it that, things of that nature. And that's kind of, I guess, what Jojo Siwa is trying to replicate, but just in a somehow even worse way. And it's just so shocking, honestly, to see. Reason being is because it again comes back to the point that I made in the last video. She just does not know how to be mature. And here's the thing, I don't know if this is her just trying to do like a shock value. I don't even know if this is, who knows, maybe this has been the real Jojo Siwa the entire time. Maybe the playful, girly Jojo Siwa was the friends that we made along the way. I have a theory that this is her just trying to break past the child phase by doing things that are increasingly more and more, I guess, in her mind, adult. And it's just not. She's just continuing to again and again make herself look absolutely unhinged and crazy. I don't see a lot of people coming out in support of Jojo Siwa. I don't see a lot of people going like, "Oh, hooray! Jojo Siwa, she put her hand down her pants. She's so brave." And if you find me one of those comments, please show me it and then contact the FBI, because that person is definitely unhinged, definitely a serial killer. And you know, Jojo Siwa, she's an adult. She can do what she wants. She's 21. She can drink now, so there's really not much left to do after that. There's only a couple things that she can't do yet, like run for governor, or God forbid president. She should stay away from the Oval Office. So she is an adult, but this is just not a... I actually can't speak. I think the big thing is the confusion between growing up and maturity. She is an adult. Good for you, but she is not in any way, shape, or form proved that she's mature. In fact, every single action that she's taken with this most recent one, it's all proved anything but. She doesn't know what maturity is. I think she just needs to take a nice long break and just don't do anything. Maybe just lay down on the carpet, you know, fold your hands like this, lay down, look at the ceiling, and just take 30 minutes of silence. Don't post anything. Don't say anything, and make sure your hands are like this and nowhere else, and just try to relax and think about what you want to do with your life, and think about the person you want to be, because this is just not who you want to be. I just find it so hard to believe that despite everything that's happened, and within this year alone, everything that relatively controversial has happened to Jojo Siwa has happened this year. And that still boggles my mind. I've never seen so many things happen to one person that have caused so much controversy, and yet somehow she manages to stack more and more and more and more on top. I just don't get it. I don't understand how you do that and not take a step back and think, maybe I should just chill for a little bit. Maybe I shouldn't do anything, and then see what happens. But she decides not to do that and decides to just... And as these weeks go by, she's just becoming more and more unhinged. And it's unfortunate. I honestly do wish the best for Jojo Siwa. I hope that you just stop doing what you're doing and just take a moment and breathe. Because it's not a great look, and you deserve to have some success in your life. This is not how you want to do it. If you want to show yourself as an adult, try maturity. You want to try maturity? Try acting mature. Do what other more mature adults do. Take some notes. Go to I don't know. Find yourself a mature adult. Take some notes. Do what they do. And then see what happens. Maybe good things will happen. Unfortunately, I don't see that happening anytime soon. And I would not be surprised if within these next, within the next week, if I find out something else that Jojo Siwa did. I unfortunately am wagering that something will happen within this month. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope that she just kind of takes a chill for a little bit. I just don't see that happening. But again, we're just going to have to wait and see. But this thing has just been developing so quickly, and I really don't see any sign of it slowing down. I hope it does, but again, as I just said, we'll have to wait and see. The garage. It's being opened. Jojo. But that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, if indeed you still are. My name is Brockster. I bid you all adieu.